What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're once again back here with another rebuild here on NBA 2K26, and we're back in the Eastern Conference with one of the more exciting teams going into this season because of the big trade they made this offseason. We all know of the young core that they have with Suggs, Boncaro, and Franz Wagner, and now they've added Desmond Bane to the equation in a wide open Eastern Conference. So let's go ahead and see if we can rebuild the Magic around the edges and push this team into a championship, jumping in, rebuilding the Orlando Magic in 2K26. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 50,000 subs, so if you are new around here, want to help us out, that would be awesome. So here is your Orlando Magic roster. We have Paulo Boncaro, obviously the star of the show here, Franz Wagner, Desmond Bane, who they just acquired this offseason from the Grizzlies, so he'll be making his debut in an Orlando uniform this upcoming season. Jalen Suggs, Wendell Carter, Anthony Black. I mean, it's a very fun and exciting team. They obviously added Tyus Jones this offseason as well to this team, so it should be a fun team. But the one thing I've noticed when it comes to 2K, even in 2K25, there's a problem. The Magic are just not a respected team, I've noticed in the simulation. So I'm pretty much expecting really bad results in year one, unfortunately, even though I think this team deserves way better than what I'm going to see. But this is going to be a very interesting thing to look at. Let's see how good this team truly is. And then the other thing is, of course, they have new uniforms and a new logo, so it's all brand new. This feels like the first time the Magic are a sneaky dark horse contender. They've been rebuilding for a long time, since the Dwight Howard days, and now they feel like they're in a great spot to go compete. So we're going to simulate year number one with the rotation as is. We're 20th power ranking, which is a little bit lower than I'd want, and then our proficiency is 4-star balance under Jamal Mosley. So we'll see what happens. I don't think I'll be stopping the deadline at all. I just want to simply see what 2K thinks about this team before I touch anything. I have a bad feeling that the results the Magic are going to be in real life is not going to show in 2K. Maybe the Magic are disappointing in real life too, but I've noticed that they don't get the respect they deserve in the 2K sim, and that's what I'm expecting here. But we'll see. So at the end of year number one, Nikola Jokic wins MVP. Flag is Rookie of the Year in Dallas, averaging only 13 points per game. Malik Monk is your sixth man. Wemby is your depoy. Kita is your most improved, and Morant's your clutch player. Coach of the Year goes to Jason Kidd. They went 70-12, and then Executive goes to Zachary Staples, and Brunson did win the Cup MVP. So here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team. So I don't think I saw Paulo on any of these, which is a little disappointing, but maybe eventually. All-Offense first team and All-Defensive second team, All-Rookie first team and All-Rookie second team. So yeah, that's what it's looking like. And what I was kind of expecting did happen. So we are the 6th seed in the East, but the record is not great, man. We went 40-42. Obviously, like I said, the East is going to be weaker, but I mean, it is possible that under 500 gets you the 6th seed, but that'd be kind of interesting. Now, I can't remember what record the 6th seed was last year, but wasn't it the Pistons? I know they were over 500. So yeah, a little bit of a weird simulation. I'm not surprised to see us go under 500. I was kind of under the expectation that 2K was going to disrespect this team in the sim. But I guess at least we're in the playoffs. So Mavericks led the way offensive rating, and as far as our offense was concerned, we're at 14th. And then, wow, defensively looked like we were really bad. So we were, yeah, really bottom of the barrel, 23rd. Okay, well, that's kind of disappointing. I am going to shrink it down to an 8-man rotation going into these playoffs, though. I think we had 2 centers come off the bench, so there's no need for that. But yeah, starting 5 is basically the same. Obviously, the clear weakness here is our center position, which is something we'll be addressing in the offseason. But Badot stays starts for now. I do like Goga. I like Wendell Carter, but I think we could use an upgrade there. But let's just see how we do in these playoffs. That's all that matters, right? So the Indiana Pacers are our first-round matchup. Records out the window. All that matters is that you're in the playoffs now. So game 1 is going to go to us. Good start. So we do get a road win to start things off. Game 2 goes to them, though, so they get their home court win, and they win on the road. I'm assuming they're going to win the other game on the road. Yep, I have a feeling we're going to go out here pretty quickly. Hey, just kidding. We do win game 5, so we're not done yet. We still have a fighting shot. They want a fixed rotation. I'm assuming, yeah, Wendell Carter's going to get back in there. All right, so game 6 at home to force a game 7. Obviously, Halliburton's not even going to be healthy in real life, but we do play with the injuries off in these first initial rebuilds, so we have, yeah, we do hang on. We're going to go to a game 7. And then I don't even think I looked at the damn player stats. What am I doing, man? Let's go look at these stats. So we had Desmond Bane lead the way with 25, which this is per 36. Let's actually get back to the actual what I wanted. So 24 from Paulo, 22 from Desmond Bane, 21 from Franz, 13 from Suggs, and 10 from Mo Wagner. But we have a game 7. That was just the regular season stats. Now it's time for Game 7 on the road. And hey, if we go 40-42 and win in the second round, still even being the lower seed, that's a win. And it is going to be close. and we let go at the very end. We lose by 3 points. That, of course, was not what we wanted. This team has already been to a game 7 with a upper seed, obviously the Cavs, and unfortunately we're in the same position. So not great, not what we wanted. And you got Cleveland, Atlanta, Cavaliers, Thunder, and the Thunder do beat the Cavs in 7. So yeah, that was kind of what I was expecting in season number 1. I was kind of expecting some different varying results that were disappointing. Almost got to the second round, which would have been a win in my opinion, but unfortunately did not happen. So lottery probably won't matter for us too much. We obviously don't have a high draft pick here. We just traded. Well, do we have our pick this offseason? I'm pretty sure we don't. So it's going to be, or no, we do. We have the 17th pick. So we do actually have our first round pick. Mosley will remain the head coach, and then let's head to draft night. So the 17th pick, yes, could be important to make sure we, yeah, I think we should, because we do have this team that's about to get pretty damn expensive. That's one thing for the Magic to keep an eye on, how expensive they're going to become, because they got Suggs, Bane, Franz, and Paulo, all of course getting paid. And then you're going to have Anthony Black eventually, which I can't remember if this was, no, he has 1 year left on his rookie deal. So keeping him is probably going to be tough. But yeah, we got to make sure we watch our salary books because it's kind of expensive right now. So I don't think we have the luxury of passing on a rookie contract right now. So we are going to jump in and draft. So Boozer goes to Phoenix, but let's go to the 17th pick and let's see what we got going on here. So we got Pete, we got Tompkins, we got Freddie Mobley, Caden Boozer. I mean, I do think I'm just going to take Pete. I had him yesterday in the Spurs rebuild, but I don't even think I kept him, if I remember correctly. So we're going to go ahead and draft him here, and then we'll take Boogie Flanders here in round 2. That's totally fine by me, and that feels like a decent draft. I don't know if Kobe, or yeah, I think it's Koa, but he's probably not going to contribute right away, but maybe someone we're waiting to eventually, contribute. Unless we do trade him, we'll see. And I guess I'll accept Mr. Heggs as well. Options, De Silva, I'm going to accept. I'm going to accept Jet Howard. I'm going to accept Anthony Black. If young guys want to continue to develop, that would be big time. So the only upgrade I am looking to make this offseason is clearly to upgrade that center position. I think that's the main thing we need to focus on. We're probably not going to make it happen. Probably not going to make it happen through free agency. It's all going to have to come through the trade. So I think the team is basically going to stay the same. Obviously there's going to be some development that we're hoping for, but we need to upgrade our center position. That is a no-brainer. So let's go see if we can find a way to do just that. Kind of want to see if I can sneak Okongwu off the Atlanta Hawks. He's someone that can shoot a little bit, I believe. He's obviously not like a huge floor spacer, but he's going to be similar to Wendell Carter, but he's just a little bit of a bigger upgrade. Still fairly cheap right now. So I'm going to see if the Hawks would be willing to give us, obviously Okongwu. So I'm going to start with, I guess we can go Isaac's contract, even though that's probably not going to get it done. So as far as draft compensation, we don't have a ton of it. So we can go this first, and maybe we throw I don't know how good Richardson's going to become this season, but we can throw them Noah Pinda. This probably isn't a good offer so far. Maybe we remove Isaac and we go Wendell Carter, Anthony Black instead. Anthony Black would have some trade value, but not quite enough for them or for salary wise, but maybe it's just Wendell Carter instead. So we swapped them Carter in this first. So Carter's still a center that they could use. Okongwu, they're getting an extra first to add to their arsenal. So would they do this? They don't agree to it just yet. I don't think I can throw them another first, so I'm hoping we could just get away with seconds. Maybe one more player being thrown in here. Thomas Heggs, does that make a difference? It does. Okay, so we get Okongwu, which I do like the idea of. I felt like we needed to go after someone who was on a similar salary level because, like I said, the team was expensive, but I do like Okongwu's fit here in Orlando. Gogo Badatsek can still back him up. Isaac is still here. His contract's a little bit bigger than I'd like, but it is what it is. And then we got to hope that Jet Howard and De Silva are going to be two guys that are going to progress this offseason, because without those guys, our bench could be really weak. So don't think I'll be doing much of anything else. I know Mo Wagner's out here as well. So yeah, he only wants a minimum. We might as well bring him back. So we'll bring Mo Wagner back. Tyus Jones probably priced us out now, I'm going to assume anyway. Let's see if we could still get him back. I mean, I'm open to just giving Anthony Black that role, but I mean, we could bring him back. I think I'll just give it to Anthony Black though. So player progression, let's see. This is the moment of truth. Even though we're very early on this video, we got Anthony Black up to an 82. I already know we're more than likely not going to be able to keep him. I mean, maybe we can though, because in previous 2Ks, he asked for like 30 million a year. But this 2K is different, I've noticed. The contracts are a little weird, so maybe he doesn't ask for too much. We could still re-sign him. We'll see though. De Silva and Jet Howard, just like I wanted, do develop enough to where I feel comfortable with them coming off the bench, so that's a good sign. And then Richardson even developed really nicely too, so he's going to contribute maybe this year as well. So not bad. I actually feel good about what our team looks like going into the season. The only upgrade we really made was, of course, we brought in Pete, and then we bring in Okongwu. And I don't know how much that's going to help, but we have to hope it's going to. So let's go look at this rotation going into year number 2. And we have to hope that we can get a better record than 40-42. That's ridiculous. So yeah, I think I feel comfortable with this as a rotation. It's going to be Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane, Franz Wagner, Paul Banchero, and of course, the new addition, Okongwu here. Anthony Black off the bench, Jet Howard, De Silva, and Richardson. And then the one thing I want to look at is Anthony Black already willing to sign an extension? No, but Badatste is. So I don't know what Anthony Black's expecting. That's going to be a big thing to look at because if he's asked for way too much money in the offseason, we're going to be losing him. So is it in our best interest to trade him at the deadline? It's possible. I think I might explore that idea if we get there. Power rank does have us a lot higher this year compared to last year. We were only like 20th last year. This time we're 6th. So I'm expecting better results. Hopefully, we'll see. Hopefully, we're a top 3 seed or something, maybe even top 4, maybe even top 5 with a 500 record this year. 40-42 was not it. So if we could be well over 500, that's good. But so far, man, I don't know. We'll see what it looks like at the deadline, though. So we are indeed at the trade deadline, and I think I'm looking to make a big move here. We're going to be probably getting Anthony Black and Jonathan Isaac to head to Utah. They're trying to give us Walker Kessler. I know I'm not going to be able to keep Anthony Black more than likely, and we get Walker Kessler, who's only going to be making $22 million a year. I think I feel decent about that. So we're going to make this trade here at the deadline. To me, this is a no-brainer. You know, obviously gives us Okongwu to come off the bench and Anthony Black. This does make our bench a little bit weaker, but I think this is a trade that's very necessary. We're 5 games under 500 right now, which is just really disappointing, which really sucks. I'm starting to wonder if Franz Wagner is someone we should be moving. I like Franz Wagner a lot in real life, but I've noticed that him and Paulo in the 2K sim just don't ever gel well, which is why I'm kind of wondering if he should be the guy that's moved out of here. Obviously, Paulo's the guy for us. He's shooting, 29 points per game. It would be a tough decision to be made. I don't think I'll do it just yet. We bring in Walker Kessler, so I'm hoping that'll maybe make a difference. But if I did trade Mr. Wagner, which I hate to do because I do like him, but if we are going to be under 500 with this team, it may not make sense to keep him going forward. Like Jaren Jackson, someone that would provide some spacing. Like if I was trading Franz, I think I'd want a better, 3-point shooter than him. But I think for now, I'm gonna hang on to him, but I'm definitely going to explore the idea. If we don't turn this season around and we finish under 500 at 22-27 right now, well, it's not going to finish as that, obviously. But if we can't turn this around, then we may have to explore the idea of trading Franz Wagner in the offseason, which would suck, but I don't know if I'd have another choice. So at the end of the season, Wemby wins MVP. Peterson's your Rookie of the Year. Ivy is your 6th man. Wemby wins DPOY. Trey Johnson, Most Improved. Jokic is your Clutch Player. Kate is your Coach of the Year. Executive goes to Nathan Mack. And Flag is your Cup MVP. Wemby is your MVP. Oh, we already saw that. So Flag was the last thing we need to look at. But All NBA first team, I would assume that Paulo's on here this time around because of how good of a season he had. He did. So, yeah, I think the next move needs to be the right one to make sure Paulo has a chance because, well, we'll go look at our record in just a second. So, I don't even know. Yeah, we're in the play-in tournament. So, we did improve by 1 freaking game. We went 41-41. So, we did finish at that 500 mark that I set as a goal, but obviously I was wanting to be well over that. But I guess it's better than last year in a way. Team stats, offensively, we were number 5, so that's good. And defensively, let's see, we were down the list quite a bit, it looks like. Yeah, so our defense has been really bad in this one. But all right, let's take a look at the stats in general. So 28 from Paulo, 21 from Franz, and 22 from Desmond Bane, 14 from Suggs, 11 from Jet Howard, 9 from Okongwu, 9 from Walker Kessler. So we get to play Chicago in round 1 of the play-in. So let's see what happens here. Now, I will say Chicago is a team that often goes far in the 2K sim for whatever reason. So yeah, I'm not even remotely surprised we might lose here. So we are going to lose the first leg, which is not a good sign. If we do get eliminated here, then yeah, we're going to have to make a big change. And that's probably going to come down to trading Franz Wagner. So let's see if we get to beat, it's Indiana, who we went to 7 with last year. So we know we're capable of having a good matchup with this team, but will we get out of here alive is the question. It's a close game, although they've had to lead most of it. And do we ever take it at the end? We did for a second, but we do lose. Yeah, we're not getting what we paid for so far. That's clear and obvious. So, New York, Chicago, the Thunder, Pistons, and the Thunder go on to win it all. All right, well, it's going to come down to it. Like I said, we're going to have to make a big move here. Now, we do have a lottery pick apparently, but are we supposed to have this pick? I don't think so, but I guess we do. 14th pick could be nice to add to this team. So, Mosley is your head coach, and let's head to draft night. So, let's go ahead and see if we can get at pick 14 in this 2027 draft. I mean, we already added Pete last year, We could add like Taj Ariza to this team. I'd feel decent about that. So, or Jason Crow. Let's see, which one would rather have? So Jason Crow is starter. I mean, a lot of these guys just have starter ceiling. Is there anybody else? Cesar Nunez. I don't even know who Cesar Nunez is. He's from Argentina. I mean, 2K is pretty high on him. I think we just take him, right? I think we got to. So I don't know how good he'll be out of the gate. We have another pick as well. Okay. We got Donnell McCormick. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll take him as well. Okay. So we had 2 first-round picks, and we got Nunez and Donnell McCormick. Don't know how much they'll be good right away. Probably won't be very good out of the gate, but we'll accept all of these. And then qualifying offers. Jet Howard's a free agent. And then anyone else that's important, Gogo Badatsky will probably let go, and Mo Wagner will probably let go as well. So Jet Howard's the big one. Although there is some other guys we could sign if we don't want to bring back Jet Howard. Okay, so Suggs still the point guard. I'm assuming Boogie might develop into a good backup for next year. I'm still high on Richardson, developing nicely for us as well. De Silva, and then Pete might develop. So we might, rely on Pete to be the backup 3. We'll see. And then Okongwu and Kessler, I'll probably leave that alone. So the biggest question in here is, what do we get from Franz Wagner? We are going to trade him, I think. I just think it makes the most sense to do so. I think him and Paulo need to be split up. So that's what I'm going to do. Here comes the big trade. We got to make sure it's worth it, though. So we are utilizing the trade finder for this, and there is some decent offers, but I'm trying to figure out how are we going to balance this rotation if we do one of these trades. So we could bring in Tyrese Maxey, which would be kind of fun. Him, Desmond Bane, Jalen Suggs, Paulo, like that's definitely something we could do. We could play Bane at the 3 if we wanted to. Garland's obviously another fun one. Zubac we probably won't go for. Trae Young is definitely interesting too. I mean, him and Paulo as a duo would probably score a lot, and then we can move Suggs to the 2, Desmond Bane to the 3. We'd have to trade Richardson out, so how much do I want to do that? I mean, that's definitely something we could consider. There's also this one we get Trey Murphy, a good floor spacer, or Jabari. I mean, this one's pretty interesting too, but we send Desmond Bane out, so I don't know. And then this one caught my attention too, but I do know Naz Reid is someone who does regress quite a bit, which is why I'm kind of not sure about this one, although McDaniels would be a great 3-and-D wing, and then we could just give Bane and Paulo all the scoring load, and that would be kind of like, I don't know, it could balance things out basically, and Naz Reid could be a good backup for us. So I think I'm tempted by either Trae Young or the Timberwolves offer. I mean, I do think the Wolves offer makes a little bit more sense because the Hawks are kind of loaded at the front court right now, especially the stuff Porzingis, but the Timberwolves could be on the look of, hey, let's give Anthony Edwards a star to pair with. So I think I like this trade. I'm definitely a little scared of Naz Reid regressing, but if I can get them to give me a first-round pick on top of this, I think I'm all for it. So let's see if they agree. They say no. So they just want to do the straight-up swap. They want Richardson. No, let's not get that far. So let's just go back to the original offer. It's fine. I think I'm going to go for it. It's not the best move in the world, but I think it's going to give Desmond Bane and Paulo more clear roles, which is why we're doing it. And I think this is going to give us better results in the 2K sim, as sad as that is. So not the best offer in the world. I would probably trade Franz for more in real life, but I do think this trade is going to make us better in the 2K sim, which is the main reason why I've done it. So we got Jalen Suggs, Boogie Flanders, Desmond Bane, Richardson. We have Jaden McDaniels now as our 3-and-D wing, and then Paulo, Naz Reid, and then Walker Kessler and Okongwu. So that is clearly your rotation. I don't even think there's a necessary need for Pete or to bring back Jet Howard at this moment. So probably going to renounce him and just go with this rotation as is. So hopefully this pays off, though. There's a big gamble to take. We have Okongwu regressing, Naz Reid regressing, which I knew was going to be a possibility. Richardson is developing nicely, though. Suggs 84, Paulo 93. But Bane and then Pete, and you got Flanders developing, which I figured would be the case. And we just added 2 first-round picks to this team. So yeah, I'm hoping for an addition by subtraction thing in the 2K sim. Not necessarily in real life, but in the 2K sim, that is what I'm hoping for. Will that be the case? We're going to find out. So going into year 3, Power Rank does have us 5th overall. I mean, they were somewhat high on us last year and it didn't matter, but the one thing we do have is a bunch of spacing around what we have on this team now. Franz wasn't necessarily a good shooter, but obviously Kessler's not a good shooter and we don't need him to shoot, but this rest of this roster can shoot, which is great. And then Paulo is going to get all the minutes in the world, and then Bane will be a secondary scorer, but Paulo, it's clear that he's the guy here. Kessler, Okongwu, Naz Reid, Richardson, and Pete. I like that a lot. And that does leave out like De Silva and Flanders, but we are a deep rotation. I think this is going to be a team that impresses in the East. This is my hope anyway. Splitting Franz and Paulo was my solution. Will it pay off? So far, we're basically looking the same as we have the last 2 years, but I'm hoping to eventually get on a win streak. We'll see if it happens, but maybe Orlando's just a team that's just never going to be respected in the 2K sim, and that's what's happening so far. So, Ahmed Thompson is somehow on the Warriors now, too, which is interesting. But all right, I'll see you guys at the end of year 3, man. I'm nervous because that was a big risk to make. Victor Wembanyama is your MVP. Stokes is your Rookie of the Year. Giddey is your 6th man. Wemby also wins Depoy. DeBanza Rookie of the Year, or sorry, Most Improved in Milwaukee. And then Stokes Rookie of the Year. And then as far as Cup MVP, Clutch Player goes to Paulo, which is great. And Coach of the Year goes to Snyder. Alfred's your Executive. And then Cup MVP, which we saw went to Ahmed Thompson, which is weird that he ended up on the Warriors somehow. But here is your All-NBA first team. So it's kind of hoping to see Paulo on here, but he is going to make All-NBA third team. Yeah, he does make All-NBA third team. So that's nice to see. And here's your all-offensive first team. Giannis went to Brooklyn, so that's probably why DeBanza got to break out a little bit. And here's all-offensive second team, all-rookie first team, and all-rookie second team. So, yeah, I don't think we have anybody on here that was playing for us this year. But we end up as a third seed in the East. So far, I feel good. I mean, the trades seem to have given us our best record of the video, which I will say, it was a very close East because we were literally like the 2nd and 3rd seed all season. And then the last 2 games of close to the last 2 games of the season, we dropped from 2nd seed to 7th seed. I was like, whoa, how close is this East? Thankfully, won our last 2, and we end up going back to the 3rd seed. So that's how close it was. As you can see, everything was very jam-packed. We get Cleveland in round 1. It's going to be a tough matchup. These 2 teams have matched up before. Obviously, things are a little bit different now. You got 28 from Paulo, 22 from Bane, 14 from Suggs, 11 from Nas Reed, 9 from Kobe, or 9 from Koa Pete, 9 from McDaniels, and then 9 from Richardson, and 8 from Walker Kessler. And then Minnesota over there with Franz Wagner does end up as the 5th seed. So, yeah, their team looks pretty good with Franz added to the equation. But all we care about is how we're going to do in these playoffs because we don't know. And then I guess one other thing we didn't look at is the team stats. So, offensive rating, we were number 9. So, and then defensive rating, it looked like we're maybe a little bit better than we have been before. Yeah, I mean, we've been like a really bottom 20 or bottom 10 defense, and now we're 18th. So, I guess that's more in the middle. All right, game 1 against this Cleveland team. They have the same starting 5, and then I have Ben Simmons, Tyson, and Proctor. So game 1 is going to go to us. Beat them by 3. Off to a great start. Game 2, we do let them get a win on the road, though. So we got to return the favor and hopefully get a win on the road. So let's see if we can do just that. They want to put Pete in over McDaniels. Okay, interesting. Let's see if we can't go out here and win on the road because we need a road win after they stole one from ours. And it's a close game in game 3. Can we hang on to it? And we will. Very, very, very close, though. 26 from Bane and 20 from Paulo. I would love nothing more than to get another win on the road here, but let's see if we can do it. McDaniel's back in the starting 5. All right, let's see if we can win game 4 and take a 3-1 lead over these Cleveland Cavaliers. We have the lead at the moment, but they did get back in the game earlier, and they will here too, but this time we hung on. It wasn't as close as last game. So we're up 3-1. You would have to feel pretty good about this, but I'm still going to respect the opponent, and Simcast looks like we're going to take care of business in game 5. So for the first time in this video, we are going to make it to the 2nd round. So that's good. And when's the last time Orlando won a playoff series? I'm not sure. Wait, did they win last year? I think they just played Boston in round 1, if I remember correctly, right? Yeah, because then Boston went on to play the Knicks in the semifinals. So yeah, never mind. Orlando lost last year too. So I think it's the first time they won a series in, this is Dwight Howard days, I think. But all right, we get the Bucks. So that's the 7-seeded Bucks. They do have DeBanza, I know, and obviously they lost Giannis. They got Scoot Henderson over there too, so that makes them pretty good with Keldon, Belil, Koulibaly, Bobby Portis, Bryce Sensabaugh, AJ Mitchell, and Malik Beasley. Okay. Game 1 is going to go to us. Good start. Game 2 is going to go to us as well. So we're off to a great start. We maybe have an advantage to get into the conference finals. They do win game 3, though. And we win game 4. Okay, so we're up 3-1. We go back home in Orlando. We can close this Bucks team out in 5 and get to the conference finals. That'd be a great sign. I feel like this bracket swung in our favor, but we got to hang on to this one. And we will. 124 to 133 have punched our ticket to the conference finals. Now, Chicago and Atlanta, always 2 teams I find very tough in the 2K sim. So let's see how that's going to work out. Chicago just extended Giddey finally. Is he still there for them? He's not. Or no, he is. So they got George as well on top of that. Now, I will say, I'm looking at this Bulls team, and I feel like we're better. But, whatever reason, Chicago's always a sneaky good simulation team. So I'm going to take them very seriously here. So we are going to simcast every single one here and see how close this might be. But we have home court, so it'd be it'd be great to get off to a good start and win game 1. But I said, man, Chicago is a simulation team in 2K for whatever reason. I don't know why, but they are just good, and they do steal game 1. So here it goes. Like I said, Chicago, for whatever reason, gives me some problems. We got to win game. If we lose both games at home, we're probably in trouble. And thankfully, we take a lead late here, but they're back in it. We will win game 2, though. So we got to win on the road to give ourselves home court advantage back. Let's see if we can win game 3 to start that off. And it is looking like a close slugfest, but we are going to take it at the end, 123 to 121. Beautiful. All right, let's give Suggs those extra minutes they wanted to give him. All right, let's go win game 4, shall we? If we can go up 3-1 like we did in every other series here, that would be a big jump, but the Bulls are not playing around in game 4. They wanted to tie the series up, and they have done that. All right, I'm not playing around either. I'm going to my 8-man rotation. Let's bring out all the stops. McDaniels, for whatever reason, is super cold. He's playing horrible in the playoffs. Okay, that's not good, but hopefully he can bounce back. Game 5 at home in Orlando. We went 8-man rotation. I would love to take a 3-2 lead here after having home court, but the Bulls have the lead right now. Do we ever take the lead back? No, I think they got it. So they're going to win game 5. Okay, now for game 6. McDaniels, if you're going to be cold, then you can get out of the rotation right now. I don't care. So I'm going to do it. I don't know if that's a good idea, but he wants to be ice cold and suck. Let's just go with Pete then. So game 6 on the road in Chicago. I don't think we're going to do it. No, we're dead. Okay. So we lose in 6 to Chicago. I felt we were the much better team. It doesn't matter. Chicago is a well-respected team in the 2K sim, and the Suns do beat the Bulls in 6. Okay, so we got to the conference finals. We lose to the Chicago Bulls. Hardaway retires. They get a little bit weaker. Not really, but okay. The one thing we have going for us is we still have a bunch of young guys that are going to continue to develop for this team. So the Blazers are getting our pick from that trade on draft night with the Grizzlies. And Mosley is going to stick around. So this feels like a really good opportunity to have, feel good about what we accomplished last year, but actually get to the finals this time. So Richardson and Pete will both be accepted. Those guys should only keep getting better. De Silva and Boogie Flanders, 2 guys I would not mind bringing back. See how much they're asking for. Not much. So we're going to give De Silva his contract extension, and then Flanders should just come back as qualifying offer, but he may not. I don't know. So we'll see. Let's see if he's out here. Doesn't show that he's out here for us. But I don't think we have any other free agents. I think we're going to roll this back, and we still have a bunch of other young guys that are going to continue to develop. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to do much of anything. I'm just going to look at player progression and hope that it's going to jump for us. So let's see. Flanders is back. So we have Richardson up to an 82, Pete's up to an 81, Okongwu 81, Flanders is up, McCormick is up, even got Nunez is up also. This is all looking really good. Bane is down, and so is Kessler, so is McDaniels, but we still have a nice mix of young guys. Like, maybe Richardson's going to start next year. I mean, it's very possible we could do that. Bane, I mean, we could trade him in theory, but I think I'm just going to roll this back. We almost got to the finals, for crying out loud. So, I'm going to roll this right back. We were 2 games away from the NBA Finals. Chicago, unfortunately, had to beat us there, but I feel good about our chances going into this 4th season, I believe. So at the end of this season, Paulo does make an All-NBA first team, which is great, and our record was not maybe as good, or I guess seeding-wise weren't as good as I would have wanted, but we are the 5th seed, so we're in the thick of things anyway. We get Detroit in round 1, which we have not played them just yet. We have 32 from Paulo, 20 from Desmond Bane, 17 from Suggs, 16 from Pete, 14 from Richardson, 9 from McDaniels, 8 and 10 from Kessler, 5 from Okongwu, and then 1 from Nunez, I guess, when he got some run as well. So I guess we ran an 8-man rotation all season, which was not my intention, but that's what we did. So I'm going to go back to 9-man rotation. We got Detroit in round 1. So they have Cade, Cam Williams, Asar, Jaden, Duran, Peyton Pritchard, Bobby Portis, and Walter Clayton. All right. Detroit is always a team that does give me some issues, so I'm gonna be wary of them, but we do win game 1 and we do win game 2, so we're off to a good start at least. We win game 3, so we may be able to clear them easily, which we do. I thought it'd be a little bit tougher, but it looks like they have lost a little bit of talent there. Their shooting guard spot was a little weak, but hey, that's an easy win. We'll take it. So Atlanta or New York, we didn't have to deal with Atlanta last year, but it might be our time to deal with them this time. And then Chicago's on the other side. Okay, so Atlanta still has Trae Young, and yeah, it's basically the same team. So that does give me a little bit of pause. This is going to be a good team to deal with. Dyson Daniels, Riche, Jalen Johnson, Porzingis. They're the first seed for a reason. But here goes nothing, man. Let's simcast game 1 on the road in Atlanta. I mean, we would have had to play them last year if Chicago didn't beat them, but we're off to a fast start, which is good. We've won the first and the second quarter. I think we're going to take this one with ease, which is a good sign. So 150 to 121, that's great. Now, can we do that same exact thing in game 2? Or is Atlanta going to come out a little bit heavier here? So they have, yeah, so definitely much closer game. But we've been in it, and they are going to tie it up. So it's 1-1. So yeah, I was kind of expecting them to bounce back there. I'm bringing out all the stops already, though. I'm looking to get back to these conference finals. We stole the road win. Now we just got to do business, take care of home court. That's it. That's all we're asking for. Now, it is a close game here, so this could swing in their favor, and we do hang on by 6 points. Pete has been a great addition. He's averaging 23 in these playoffs so far. Definitely needed and necessary. Now, can we win game 4 and take the 3-1 lead over this Atlanta team? I think we got this one already. They did not come to play in this one. They're definitely falling behind. All we got to do is win one more. One more game. We're in the conference finals again, and we beat them in 5. So let's go. Chicago, I mean, yeah, I think I want to play them again. I want to see if we can get our revenge here. They beat us last year. Let's see what they're different. I mean, they brought in Zion instead of having Buzelos now, so technically they probably got better with that, I would assume, but we'll see. Maybe it didn't. They end up as the 2nd seed. We were the 5th seed. They get home court just like last year. We're going to take them seriously. So game 1, let's see if we can go on the road and beat them in Chicago. Is Chicago the Dallas Mavericks of 2K26? Maybe. They do beat us in game 1. All right. I'm not loving this start, but can we go tie it up and at least steal one on the road? I mean, we have a shot to do so. Had the lead a little bit in this game, but Chicago has not been out of it at all. And they're going to take the 2-0 lead. So, oh, man, I'm not feeling good about this. I think we might be in trouble. We got to win both games at home or we're in trouble. So, can we come out here and dominate and win? Oh, gosh, we're off to a horrible start. The Chicago Bulls, dude. Why are the Bulls so good in the 2K sim? I have no idea. I just don't get it. But they are. They're up 3-0 on us. Unless we have a 3-0 comeback in us, the Bulls are going to own us here. And let's see if we can't make a comeback. So we are going to overtime. Okay. Hey, we win a game. We're not dead yet. We definitely are still alive. We're going game 5. Game 5 on the road in Chicago. We won game 5 or game 4 barely. We had the lead there for a second. They take it back. Yeah, they're not looking back. The Chicago Bulls own us, dude. 108 to 133. Honestly, that's just so disgusting. Why is this team better than us? I have no idea. I feel like we're a much better team on paper, but for whatever reason, the Bulls are just the 2K, or the Eastern, and the Suns are going to be in there too, it looks like. Yeah, the Suns. Okay. So the Suns go on to beat the Bulls in 5. So the Bulls maybe own us, but it looks like the Suns own the Bulls. I mean, I guess we got to go one more time. I think we go one more time on this. We got to try one more time, I think. It's fair to say. So, man, I'm pissed off the Bulls keep beating us. But I guess we maybe grab a new head coach. Maybe Nick Nurse would be willing to come to Orlando. Maybe Eric Spoelstra would give it a shot. We'll give them both offers. And then we can go JJ Redick, who is someone that you could get usually. So Redick will choose us. I'll take it. Former Orlando Magic anyway. On draft night, we probably have a first. Maybe we don't. This is 2029. No, we don't. Okay, player options. We have Naz Reid accepting, and then Spencer White. I mean, we'll see. We'll just decline it. Okay, and then qualifying offers, Richardson and Boogie Flanders are both free agents. I think it's probably in our best interest to bring back Richardson. He'll probably be the starter next year. McDaniels will bring back as well. So more than likely, we'll just bring all these guys back and just run this bad boy right back. So I will see you guys in there. I'm not going to renounce Bane. He's not going to ask for much money, so let's just bring him back as well. And then Boogie Flanders will bring back. So running this bad boy right back, and we'll see if maybe results are different. The Paulo Banchero once again wins Clutch Player of the Year, and he averaged 37 points per game this season, so that is really awesome to see. And we do unlock our best record of the video as well, so that's also awesome. So Redick may have, installed something in us. We did run a different proficiency this year, 58 and 24, 8 games above the East. If we look at the player stats, he had 37 from Paula, but 21 from Pete, who was our third-year player now. 16 from Suggs, 13 from Jace Richardson, who's probably taking the Bane role, basically. 9 and 8 from Okongwu, 9 and 9 from Kessler, 8 and 3 from McDaniels, 5 and then 5. So this is our final chance. If we lose here, then I'm just going to call it quits. But I'm hoping that, you know, having Redick and what we just did is going to be a precursor that, hey, this could be it. We also have our best defensive rating of the video as well. But here goes nothing. Chicago is still on the other side of the bracket. We get the Knicks in round 1. A good team. I mean, this was a team that, or if I looked at this Knicks team, I would be like, okay, yeah, it makes sense that they could beat us. But we're up 1-0. We're up 2-0. We're up 3-0. It looks like we're going to sweep the Knicks. So we take care of them. And now it's going to be Detroit or Charlotte. It is Detroit. We took care of them pretty easily last year. I actually do want Chicago in the conference finals again because I really want to see them. So, or Atlanta. I mean, we beat Atlanta last year. Detroit, though, is maybe dude, definitely. Okay, hold on. Detroit is, maybe I should stop looking past Detroit right now because they do tie this series. Chicago is awaiting us, though. Chicago is awaiting us. So we got to get past freaking the Detroit Pistons. So let's see if we can't win game 5, though, at home. I mean, it is very important that we do because Chicago is there and I want my... Gotta be kidding me. Okay, what does Detroit even have? I just glossed over them because we beat them last year. I mean, they look the same. They added Trey Murphy, I guess, but... All right, we might lose to Detroit in the second round. That would be a big blow, I would say, because I was hoping to play Chicago here. We had the lead there in the other game, and we have it here, and we do hang on this time. So, 129-100, just one more win, and we get our right to go play Chicago again. All right, come on. Give me this game 7 in our corner. We're at home. Just take care of home court. And we're not going to. We're not going to. I wanted to see if we could beat the Chicago Bulls, and I'm not going to find out. All right. It is what it is. Detroit does beat them. The Suns, they continue to own everything. I think I got to fix these draft picks, man. I've just been rolling with it because I'm just sick of, you know, having to fix it myself, and 2K can't just make these things right. But I'm sick of the Suns being this good. They get Boozer like every freaking time, and it makes no sense because they're going to have no shot at that. So in the next video, I need to hold myself accountable. I got to make a share scenario with the draft picks fixed because I'm sick of that. I have just ignored that, and I need to fix that. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Orlando could not get it done. Chicago owned us. I would have loved to have seen if we had them for a third time there, but we'll never know. Detroit took care of us. So thank you all for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.